Hey guys, Nary here from DrakeWingGaming. As if you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. So, I'm gonna start leaning more into the furry visual novel content. You guys seem to really enjoy that. So, hell, I'm gonna give you more of what you want, and you'll get to hear me reading, which some of you seem to really enjoy. So, today we are looking at Dawn Chorus, and this is going to be a Let's Play series on this. Apparently, this does have some not safe for work content will be coming to this in a later build. So whatever that is, I will blur it if it's a little too risque, or if it's just, you know, outright sex and such. But anyway, let's jump right into this, shall we? Oh God, okay, I'm just wondering how much of this I'll have to blur. Probably none. Probably none. Anyway, guys, let's jump right into this, shall we? This visual novel features elements which might be inappropriate for minors. Do you want to skip potentially sensitive content? No. Hell yeah, show me some dudes. Or girls. Choose a name for your character. How about Carvin? There we go. My paws are trembling. I don't know if it's because of stage fright or just my excitement. I try to keep them still, but they refuse to listen to me. It's my big moment. All the work I have put into this has finally paid off. Okay, deep breaths now. In and out. In and out. My name echoes from the speakers. I get up from my seat and start walking towards the stage. The speaker continues his speech, but the applause drowns him out. Quick save. I feel so light, as if I was walking not on a red carpet, but on clouds. I walk onto the stage, and the speaker passes the award to me, shaking my paw and congratulating me, but I can't hear his words. Winner of Nordic Nature Photo Prize, the most prestigious nature photo contest in the whole of Scandinavia. Holding the award, I turn to face the audience. My parents are sitting in the first row. I can tell how happy they are by the looks on their faces. My chest is bursting with pride, and for a moment, I'm afraid I might tear up. Behind them are my fellow students and some of my friends. There's Mikko, waving to me, Sten, sitting next to him, and a figure next to him stands up and starts descending the stairs towards me. It's a student from my university, Rune, but something feels off about him. Oh, he's a cutie. He quickly makes his way to the stage, climbs onto it, and grabs my paw. Nice job, Carvin. Come with me for a moment. I want to show you something. Only now I notice that he has no trousers on, and he's wearing a jock strap. Oh dear. Before I can reply, he turns around, pulling me with him, and I get a full view of his backside. Blushing, I can't help but think how hot he is. Still, taken completely by surprise, I follow him without a word. We finally reach some door, which Rune opens and pulls me in after him. It's almost completely dark inside the room we entered. It's hard to say even how big it is. Rune, what are you? Suddenly I felt the deer's wet nose press against mine as he leans in and kisses me gently. He catches me completely off guard, and I just stand there, rooted to the spot. His tongue slides past my lips and brushes against mine. Oh yeah, this is very not safe for work. My mind finally catches up with what's happening, and I reciprocate the kiss hungrily, putting my paws on his chest. I'm just reading furry porn. Oh wow, yeah, this is just straight up. Okay, he already took off his jacket and t-shirt, and I feel his fur under my paw pads. It's smooth as silk, and beneath it I can feel his hard pecs. Oh, so I'm a tiger. Okay. Rune breaks the kiss and leans in further, pressing his snout to my neck. Wow, he looks a lot more muscular than in that picture. His hot breath tickles my skin, but leaning in on the wall behind me, I try to stay still. I want him so much right now. He unbuttons my shirt and takes it off me, letting it fall to the floor. My paw runs along his sides, feeling the strong muscles underneath the thick fur. Damn, he's big. He nibbles up my neck lightly, and an involuntary moan of pleasure escapes my lips. It feels so heavenly that my legs almost give out, but the buck holds me firmly. Giving my neck another nibble, he then slides his snout down to my torso, looking at my chest, and Metal Gear Solid notification sound. Dense foliage scrolls outside the dirty window. For a moment, I can't recollect my thoughts. Where am I? Refocusing my gaze, I suddenly notice my stripes now reflected in the window pane in front of me. Memories slowly come to me, still mingling with the dream. I'm on the bus, on my way to a guest house for a science camp with our club. Our university science club annually organizes a camp for all the members at the end of the winter semester. As a freshman, I'll be on this trip for the first time, and I'm pretty excited for it. This year, we'll be staying at a guest house up north. If we're lucky, maybe he will even see the northern lights. Maybe we will even see the northern lights. Then I might really have a chance at winning that contest. I close my eyes again, and the images of Rune and a jockstrap comes back to me vividly, together with the details of the dream. My cheeks immediately start feeling hot. I must be blushing so hard right now. It's a shame the dream has ended, though. I try to focus on it, but it's getting more and more blurry, like a surface of a lake distorted by rippling waves. Pretty music. Eventually I open my eyes again, sighing and staring out the window at the mountainous landscape. Then I remember that Rune is sitting just behind me. If my cheeks were flushed before now, they have to be completely red. Hey, Carvin, you're finally awake. Aww. I turn around and am greeted by my childhood friend's grinning face. We're not far from the guest house now. He inspects my face closely as if looking for something. Something wrong? You seem flustered. I shift in the seat a bit, hoping that he won't notice the raging boner in my But thankfully, he's not looking that way. Just had an intense dream. Yeah, better leave it at that. Mikko furrows his brow but doesn't press further, waiting for me to continue. When I don't, he shrugs and leans back on his seat, putting his headphones back on. I turn back further and take a quick glance at Rune. He seems to be busy playing with his phone. He's well known at the university, a basketball player, playing on a local team. One of their best, actually. Quite popular, too. Which is no wonder, considering his toned body. The outlines of his muscles are visible even now through his t-shirt. He studies neurobiology in the same department as me, but I never had a chance to talk to him. Of course, I've heard about him, though. Almost everyone in the university has heard about him, I think. I sigh and sit back. Maybe I should try falling asleep again. A quick glance at my watch tells me it's almost 1,300 hours already, so we really should be close to the guest house now. No point in that now, then. Instead, I lean back and watch the snowflakes outside. They're blown around by the wind, swirling around and falling onto the firs and pines, forming white caps between their branches. Watching the snowfall has a soothing effect on me. It reminds me of home. I always enjoyed sitting on the windowsill and watching the tiny white dots dancing in the air, covering everything as they fall. Now the snowfall is getting heavy, though, and the ground slowly disappears beneath the white cover. It's good that we're almost at the guest house, because driving in these conditions cannot be easy. It's a bit weird that it's snowing this much. It's still only October. I take out my phone, but there's no reception. We are literally in the middle of nowhere, after all. I sigh and tap Mikko on the shoulder. Hey, did you check the weather before we departed? Mikko takes off his headphones and looks outside. No, but this doesn't look good. Hope we won't be stuck in the guest house all day. I was looking forward to the walk in the woods, at least. Getting to spend the day together in the guest house doesn't sound bad, though. It feels almost like being back in school. Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad for sure. Just like the old times. We were born in the same town and went to the same middle school, where we met for the first time. For almost the whole 3 years of it, we were basically inseparable. It's good to see him again, especially on a trip like this one. Although, it feels a bit awkward. There are some unresolved things hanging between us, and none of us have tried to talk about them since we were reunited. At the end of middle school, I developed a crush on him, and I started to avoid him for that reason. I wasn't ready to admit, even to myself, that I might not be straight. Now, it's all in the past, thankfully. I got over it, and after a few harder months, that felt like a fever dream. After middle school, we each went to different high schools, and our paths separated. Mikko tried to keep in touch, but I couldn't bring myself to meet with him. Now, however, 3 years later, we found ourselves studying in the same university, although in different departments. We just resumed our friendship as if nothing had happened, but we both know there are things we still have to talk about sooner or later. But for now, I prefer to just enjoy his company. We have to see if we'll actually be given some free time. The schedule might be completely packed. By the way, I hope lunch is served soon after we arrive. I'm starving already. Mikko chuckles softly. As you usually are. Should have taken some more sandwiches with you on the trip. I shudder. I hate how dry they always get after a few hours in the backpack. I'd rather wait for a proper meal. I know that you don't need much, unlike me. Mikko chuckles at that comment. It was quite an understatement, as I knew usually he would just skip on cooking and drink some Huel, his favorite meal replacement drink. He let me try it once, and while I unexpectedly didn't hate it, I would never recognize it as a proper substitute for a meal. Well, it's just fuel. Shouldn't get too fussy over that. Well, maybe for you. I hope that we get a real feast when we're there. I wouldn't count on it. After all, we're on our way to a small guest house in the middle of nowhere. Fair point, but still, my body is a temple, and I'm not going to just throw whatever into it. Mikko chuckles, knowing I'm not being serious. Oh, it finally stopped snowing. I lean against the smooth glass, looking out at the white landscape. The bus turns left into a long driveway, and then, in the distance, at the edge of the forest, perched on a tree, I see it. Look! An eagle! I quickly unzip my bag and reach into it, taking out a camera. I turn it on, nervously waiting for it to start responding. The screen is still black. Ah! Stupid me! I take off the lens cap, point the camera in the direction where I spotted it, and look through the viewfinder. It's gone. I feel a wave of cold sweat on my back. I've lost it. I was too slow. I deflate my seat. Suddenly, a soft paw rests on my shoulder. You didn't catch it? I turn around. Mikko is looking at me with concern, leaning in. Seeing him close up, I now remember how blue his eyes are. Looks like it. That wasn't quick enough. I feel the urge to kick myself in the shin for this. Eagles are rare, but here up north, spotting one is even rarer. Birds are truly fascinating creatures. Like mammals, they evolved to stand on two legs. But unlike us, they weren't given arms and opposable thumbs. While we molded and transformed the world around us, birds became free spirits, freely roaming the land. I often wonder how it would feel to be a bird instead of an earthbound tiger. Earth would surely look different from that perspective. Oh, pardon me, yawning. Reading a lot tends to do that. Suddenly, I found myself in a tight embrace of my childhood friend. Slowly, my anger starts to fade away, and I hug him back. His smell feels very familiar and comforting. He wasn't always such a physical person, like most of the Finns. It was my influence, mostly, that changed it. I've always liked keeping my friends close, and I've always found hugging very comforting. So, little by little, I turned him from a typical solitary Finn into a cuddly wolf. Now I am the first one to push back, though, breaking the hug. I really missed him. Although, how on earth did you want to get a good shot through the bus window? Oh! I put a polarizing filter on this lens, just in case we would witness something interesting during the ride. See? I unscrew the ring from the lens and show it to Mikko. He takes it and rotates it with his fingers, observing how the filter brightens and darkens the image depending on the angle. At a good angle, it cleans out all the reflections really nicely. I would still need a lot of luck to get a good shot, though. At that moment, the bus stopped. Looking through the window, I can see the wooden guest house. That honestly looks better than I thought it would. Looks like we're already here. Okay, let's go see what awaits us. I quickly pack the camera back into my bag and zip the hoodie. Mikko is already packed, so he just stands up and grabs his coat and backpack. Okay, everyone, we've arrived. Please take your bags and go straight to the lobby. Coach is already standing up in front of the bus, waiting for everyone to exit the vehicle. He, alongside a biology professor and a physics faculty member, is here to oversee us during the trip. Even though he's my coach, I don't know much about him. Only that he's quite young for a teacher, and that he's not from Norway. Physical education was never my forte, though, and I think I skipped most of the classes so far. Yeah, I don't think he likes me very much. If he even knows who I am. I grabbed my coat and put it on, hopping outside after the wolf. Transition. Oof, it's cold. Even though I am wearing a jacket, I shiver involuntarily in the cold Arctic air. Alright, I'm going to save it right there, guys. And we're going to save that right there. Okay, cool. Alright, guys. That was a little bit not safe for work, you know. We got a little bit of, we got a little man-ass in that, you know. Not too bad. But yeah, I think this is going to be a very not safe for work playthrough. I'm definitely going to put, definitely going to put a not safe for work tag on this. May have to age restrict this shit as well. Maybe not. We'll see. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that little notification bell. I can't wait to play more of this. But anyway, I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!